Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Dr. Lee and I come from Bukit Mertajam, Penang. Right now, I'm staying in Kluang, Johor. And welcome everyone to my presentation today. And it is not about my classes. It is something different. It is my way of dealing with students or anyone at all who face these problems with distribution of time, allocation of time to do their personal studies. So today, I'm most happy to share with you my method, my way of tips to prepare well for exams. I'm talking about preparing well, not just preparing, okay? And this is part 1. I'm dividing it into different parts because you have several situations. Today, I will focus on individual study. That means not group study, not you call your friend and sit together and study. No, that will be another time. That will be another part. For today, I focus on individual study. You study by yourself. Okay? You do your preparation alone to face an exam, not last minute. I'm not talking about last minute. Last minute, I will do it another time. But today, I do it for this part. I do it for students who have time, who have at least 1 year to prepare for the exam. Okay, 1 year to prepare and do well in their exam. So today I'm dealing with this, at least 1 year. How do you go about preparing? So I remember when I was in the convent, I studied convent all my life. When I was in the convent, every year, every year, our teachers, the first day of school, I always remember, my teachers would say, girls, write down your resolution. What resolution do you have for this whole year? And then, wow, we are full of life, full of motivation, Oh, number 1, this year I will do this. Number 2, this year I will do that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I will complete all my studies. I'll be ready for my exam. I will do revision every day. I will study every day. And then at the end of the year, my same teacher will ask us, hey girls, you remember you made your resolution on the first day of school? How is it now? How many did you do? And I, for myself, I think I did nothing of those things. I didn't do anything. That was when I was a student, I wrote so many things, so many resolutions that I just forgot about it. I didn't do. Or I couldn't do it. So I think most students are facing this today. Of course, as I grew older, as I became more and more mature and understand my own needs and what I had to do with my life, of course I changed. Today I'm here to share with you how you can change as well. By following the tips I have given here. Now you may have a lot of resolutions. You may, like what I said just now. Number 1, I'm going to do this. Number 2, I will do this. Number 3, I will do this. And then ask yourself again, December 31st. How many of those resolutions you made, how many of them did you accomplish? So today, I will share with you individual preparation, preparing well for an exam with at least 1 year ahead of you. Meaning to say, you sit for the exam next year, this year you start your preparation. like for SPM or STPM. Normally you have more than a year to prepare. So the first thing that I would like you to remember is, what is the best time to study? So I put here study time. What is the best time to study, you think? I personally feel that different people have different clocks in their bodies. Just like some people sleep at 8 p.m. and wake up at 4 a.m. There are people who sleep at 2 a.m. and wake up at 10 a.m. And there are people who sleep maybe at 4 or 5 a.m. I am one of them. You can see my videos, what time I upload. And I wake up very late. So I actually don't agree that everyone must follow a specific time to study. I would say, know your own body clock. How is your clock? How is your body clock functioning? Myself, I work best after my office hours. You know, after my teaching hours, I would say. So after 10, 11 a.m., my mind becomes very clear. And I just can absorb anything that I read or I think. I do very well throughout the night. I myself. So I don't believe that there must be a specific time to study. I don't believe that myself. I believe that you have to understand yourself. What is the best time for you where you can absorb, where your mind is very clear, very active, very alert? What is the best time for you? That is the time you choose to study. That's what I think. And time allocation is important. How much time should you allocate for your study, or for your studies, or for your revision? Now, according to a research by Microsoft, a human's attention span, the period of attention that you can listen and all that, is less than 10 seconds. But we can fully concentrate under 2 hours. That means between 1 and 2 hours we can. So I take the maximum 2 hours. So I would say you allocate 2 hours per day to do your own revision. Now, many people say this is very popular. It's a very popular trend among students. Go for tuition. Yeah, I agree. Going for tuition is one good way, but it's not the end all. It's not everything. I am running a tuition center, and I can tell you, I prepare a lot for my students, more than they want. When I teach more than they should. In spite of that, I still feel that they need extra time, or at home to deal with the subject I'm teaching. I really think so. So you should not think that going for tuition is the end all. It means everything is okay. I go for tuition, the tutor teaches everything and anything. They prepare for me, they give me notes and all that. Is that all? During class, I listen. I pay attention. Is that all? And then when I come back, I'm on my own. I do whatever I want. Well, yes, tuition centers can actually prepare you for your exam. But today, I'm talking about preparing well. I'm talking about preparing well, not preparing. Okay? So tuition centers, yes, they can prepare you. I'm very sure about that because I am running a tuition center since 1992. Okay? I'm involved in the teaching as well. I have many years of teaching experience in school, in college, as well as on my own. But I think it's not everything. I prepare a lot for my students, really. I teach more than I should. Really. But it is only preparation. It's not preparing well. You want to prepare well? You need to take up your own time and go through, run through, revise that same subject after tuition. Then you can do well. So how much is the time allocation? You see, looking at the research done, 2 hours maximum. So I would say like this. I would suggest that you follow schools. You follow schools. How long it takes for the school bell to ring? Probably 35 to 40 minutes. So I would say 40 minutes. Take out that subject, 40 minutes of serious study and stop. Stop for 10 minutes. After that, after 10 minutes, come back again, another 40 minutes. Stop for 10 minutes. Again 40 minutes. So you have around 2 hours, full attention. The breaks you cannot count. You count the 40, 40, 40, 120, 2 hours, enough. Enough. Okay, because early preparation. You are preparing 1 year ahead. Okay, that's the nice thing. That's the enjoyable part, you know. You prepare early, so there's no way you can feel panicky. All right. This timetable. It's very important to create your own timetable. It's very important. Let us say, you can do it this way. Make a timetable. You can make it this way. It's just a suggestion. It's a suggestion from me. You can either 1 day 3 subjects, meaning to say 40 minutes of English, 40 minutes of science, 40 minutes of sejarah. Example. Tomorrow, 40 minutes of ag maths, 40 minutes of geography, 40 minutes of maybe principal account, for example. Or you can allocate 120 minutes for one subject, meaning to say Monday English, Tuesday Bahasa Melayu, Wednesday Maths, Thursday Mathematics Tambahan. But you remember, we only have 7 days a week. Now here, I would like to tell you seriously that one good thing about a successful student is that student does not pamper herself or himself. Don't pamper yourself. Don't comfort yourself. Be strict to yourself. Don't say, "Ayah, never mind. I studied 6 days, so I want to rest 1 day. I want to celebrate. I want to give myself 1 day break." No such thing. We must be strict with ourselves. Okay, because it's only 1 or 2 years. If that you can't do it, what can I expect from you in your future? So I would say, be strict with yourself. 7 days a week, there shouldn't be any stop. Keep the momentum going. Once you get the momentum, it's easy. Be strict with yourself. Don't pamper yourself. And don't give yourself rewards. Today I reward myself. No. Your reward is your good results. Your reward is the certificate you need as a ticket to go further in life. That is your reward. So let us say you have 2 days break, 2 full days. Maybe you can put 4 hours, meaning to say 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon, or 2 hours at night, 2 hours at midnight. It doesn't matter. So in that way, you can slot in all the subjects in 1 week. And it goes on and on and on until the day of the exam. Alright? It's important to have a place to study. Now, many people, when I say that, they will start thinking, I must have a room to study, my own study room, I must have a library, I must have a playing room, you know, your 2 hands, I must have a watching television room or watching YouTube room. Well, that is idealistic. That is idealistic. Me, I didn't have this kind of background. I studied in my living room. There's nothing wrong. As long as you have the determination, as long as the time that you have chosen is correct, anywhere is okay. Anywhere is okay. You know, in the canteen, school canteen, you can even study there. You can just find a spot on your own and study if you want to. Okay, so self-control, discipline is important. Alright, in your house, anywhere can be a study place. Of course, if you are blessed with a study room or a study, by all means. Or you have a library at home, okay. Or an office in your house, okay. How many people have this kind of, enjoyment, this kind of comfort? Some people don't. For me, it does not matter. Important is that place is the place where you allocate, and every time you are sitting there doing your study, and the time chosen is the time where you don't have a lot of distractions. Every family is the same. Certain times of the day, there are no people around. Or you can always choose when people sleep, you study. It's 2 hours. It's not 24 hours. So why not? Alright? So, the place you study should be, for me, the table must be big enough for you to put everything that you need without, I repeat, without standing up, walking to the toilet, coming back, walking to take a sip of water, coming back, climb up, sit down, go out, come in. Very fast 2 hour flies. 2 hours just fly. So that is why I said, you give yourself 40 minutes. If you need to drink water, I do see a lot of students, they are drinking water all the time. I don't know why. They are always drinking water, So, if you think that you need to drink water during that 40 minutes of studying, okay. Put the water bottle on the table itself without having to stand up and walk. 40 minutes is up, you have a 10-minute break. You can do whatever. You can go to the toilet. You can sit down for a while. You can make yourself a cup of tea. It's okay. Or you can just sit down and relax. It's okay. While the studying is going on, there should not be any distractions. That is very important. And of course, the place you choose to study must be bright, not the dark type. If you need the sun, the place where the sun can come in should be from behind you or above you, not directly in front of you. It's very uncomfortable. Okay? Study materials. What should you study? What are the materials that you should have to study? For myself, I suggest, if you need to study so far ahead, 1 year ahead, it can be from the internet, you print it out, or directly put a laptop in front of you for those people who love to study soft copies. Or you can buy books from the bookshop, hard copies, it's up to you. Or notes from your tuition center. Of course, some students, I noticed that they are very keen to take many pieces of paper home. So when we give them papers to take home, they are so happy, They are so excited. They have this stack of paper to take home. Every time they come, one stack they take home. Oh, they feel so happy. Wow, I got so much. But do they actually read? Ask yourself. Ask yourself. When your tutors start giving you notes, a lot, each time go back this much. And then you see, wow, it's the happiness, from here to here to here to here. Wow, I have so much. Do you read? Ask yourself. Do you ever take out from that bag? People call it the tuition bag, or the tuition, or that box type of, like a box type of a container where you put all your things inside. I don't know what you call that. It's like a file, but it's not a file. I have seen students who have, so many different colors. One color for one subject, and they feel so happy. They hold it, go for tuition, and then come back. That same, that same file is put on the table until next week. Again, they carry it. Why do they carry such a, it's like a box type of file where you can clip, I don't know what you call that. I mean the specific term. And they are so excited to carry that file to the tuition center because they will be getting more notes. And then, wow, when the tutors are giving, they are so happy. And then they accumulate, then they bring back. Once they bring back home, they leave it there. Next week, again, they carry the same thing. So after 1 year, 1.5, they have so much. Ask yourself, do you take and read? Do you revise that? Or you just keep there, next week go again, bring back more. The main point is to accumulate as many pieces of paper as possible. In the end, exam comes. Did you read? Did you finish reading? Did you ever start to read? That is a question you need to ask yourself. Okay? So, study materials, I would suggest, of course, number one, notes from the tuition center. Tuition centers do provide a lot of materials for their students. But if you don't have tuition, does it matter? Not really. If you don't have tuition and you don't go for tuition, it's okay. I would suggest you start with topical books or notes, topical. Start with topic, you know why? There are many types of model tests, latihan 2B, or, which is, when you open and you see the questions, you are so shocked because there are so many topics you have not even learned. Why? Because you are preparing 1 year ahead. So the best is, if you are in Form 4, buy Form 4 books. Topical. Once the teacher has taught, once the tuition center has taught, you have the notes, and if you have the notes, it's okay. If you don't have, you need to find related notes or exercises that you have done. So you need topical, topic by topic. And then next year, your SPM is coming. I would suggest the first 7 months you still do topical. And then starting August, you can start doing model tests. For those questions which you have not done before, it's okay, because by that time, most of the topics have been covered, because you have to think about the peperiksaan percobaan, the trial exam. So probably by end of July, you can still do topical. August, you can start doing model tests. And then after that, maybe around October, after your peperiksaan percobaan, your trial exam, then you can start thinking about past year papers before the real exam, because past year papers is the best benchmark, is the best yardstick for you to analyze your own standard. So once you do past year papers and you can count the marks, you can refer to the answers behind, you can more or less know your own standard. Don't worry about the format. Yes, this year 2021, a lot of things have changed, but it shouldn't change the standard. The standard is still there. It's only the format that has been changed. There's nothing to worry. Our format is like that. Never mind, you can carry on to do the exercises and see your standard, how much you know. The format is just a way of answering the questions. There's nothing to worry for me. Okay? And this is very important, number 5. I must say that you need to understand yourself. Who are you? What kind of a character are you? Know your own habits. Okay? Know yourself is very important to do well in an exam. Are you the type of person who likes to daydream? Are you the type of person whose hands are always itchy? You must games, Are you that type? Are you that type who is easily distracted? Distracted by what? I see many students whose eyes never leave their handphone. Even though we are teaching, Their eyes will move as soon as there's a notification, although there's no sound. Are you that type of person? If you know yourself, then it's easy. Okay, if you are the one who is very itchy, and any notification, your eyes turn, I suggest that you completely switch off your handphone when you are studying. After that, it's okay. The 10-minute break, you should not switch on your handphone just because you have a 10-minute break. Because your mind will be heated up during the 10 minutes while you are scrolling and doing all kinds of things on your handphone. I would not suggest. Okay? Until after, yes. After that, yes, it's okay. Some people tell me, some students tell me that playing games, internet games, online games are actually like Wangzhe, Dota, all these things, you know, the Counter-Strike and, you know, don't know what, Mine or something. And they say that, it's very relaxing, teacher. I say, really? The games are, you know, in the end you become more excited. Maybe your blood level will go higher. Do you think you're really relaxing? And then after that, okay. After the 2 hours of studying, if you want to on the handphone, that's okay. And there are some people who say that listening to music is a good way to help you when you are studying. I disagree. Like now, I'm talking to you. No music in the background. I can easily put music now for you to listen. But then, how do you feel when you are now listening to me talking? You have nothing to think of but me talking to you. And of course, once in a while, looking at the board. If I put music, it's different. Because music can affect a person's emotions. Let us say you put slow music. You might end up feeling sleepy, you know. Or worse, you might end up feeling very sad because the music is a slow one. Then you start thinking of sad things. Or you might even end up singing together with the music, like karaoke, you know. You put music there, wow, you start singing away. If it's a fast music, it's worse. Because music that is fast makes you feel very active, like you want to feel, you feel like standing up and start dancing away. So I don't agree that music helps a person in the studies. I don't agree. I should say that there should be total silence, or at least not so much sounds to distract you. That's what I suggest. You just switch off the handphone, switch off whatever music there is. I feel that would be better. And lastly, don't call me. What do I mean by don't call me? When you are preparing to study, just let your family know. Your mother, father, your brothers or sisters, just tell them that I'm going to study from now to now. Please don't call me. Okay, so that you are not distracted, so that you can fully focus on what you are doing. So with that, I end today's talk, my presentation about tips to prepare well for your exam. I should say that all the things that I mentioned would be able to help you one way or another. Of course, I hope it helps you, okay? Because there are many students who want to study, but they don't know how to do it, okay? Later on in my other videos, I will give a presentation on last-minute preparation, on besides last-minute preparation, also on what I say, group study, because many students say that they can perform well if they study in a group. That I will discuss with you in my coming videos, okay? And just to let everyone know, my book 2 is on the way. I'm still at 30%. Unable to find time, okay? Yet, of course, I will finish in the end, but it takes time. And these are my online classes starting in August. Right now in July, I have 2 online classes, which actually is reading and grammar. These are the 4 classes I will open in August, which is next week. If you are interested, give me a WhatsApp 019-7878-299. Okay, So I hope that you have benefited from my presentation, from my talk. Remember to give me a like, share, and subscribe. And let your friends know about what I have said today. And I hope that you agree with me and follow this strictly. The most important thing is to be determined, to treasure time and never delay. You know, there is an English proverb, never put off to tomorrow what you can do today. If you have to do it today, you have to finish it. So when you set a timetable, you have to follow. No matter what happens, the show must go on. Then you see yourself a very successful person in the future. Okay? So thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in my other videos.